Hey, welcome to this week's episode of Topical English Vocabulary with me, Teacher Tiffani. In this week's episode, I am going to teach you 5 specific English vocabulary words related to art and artistic expression. As an English learner, you want to be able to speak with confidence about any topic, including art. So, are you ready? Well then, let's jump right in. All right, the very first word that I want to explain to you is sculpture. Good. Again, sculpture. Excellent. Now, this word sculpture literally just refers to a 3-dimensional artwork created by carving, molding, or assembling materials. Again, a 3-dimensional artwork. I want you to think about going to France or parts of England or even Italy. There are so many art pieces in these countries, right? And there's also a lot of sculpture in particular in these countries. I remember when I went to France when I was in high school, and I saw so many different sculptures, beautiful works of art, and they were made in a 3-dimensional way. Sculpture. I could feel the arm, the muscles that the artist, the sculptor actually carved out of the stone. Sculpture is a very popular art form. Make sense? Excellent. All right. Now let's check out these example sentences. Here we go. The very first example sentence. The museum displayed a collection of ancient sculptures from various cultures. Next, the artist used marble to create a life-sized sculpture of a mythical creature. And finally, modern sculptures can be made from a variety of materials, including metal, wood, and even glass. Remember, we're talking about sculpture, this 3-dimensional artwork, art piece that you can see honestly wherever you go. Sculpture. Make sense? Excellent. All right, let's move on now to the next word. The first one we had was sculpture. Now we have, after me, abstract. Good. Again, abstract. Excellent. All right. This word abstract, it literally just means not representing a specific object or scene, using shapes, colors, and lines in a non-representational way. Again, not representing a specific object or scene. It's not something you actually know what it is. You don't know what it's representing. You're just confused. You're not sure what you're looking at. In this situation, you're probably looking at a piece of abstract art. So I want to show you, for those that are watching it live right now on YouTube, an example of what an abstract piece of art would look like. Now, if you go to the museum and you see a painting, you know a painting that is of an individual. Maybe they have an individual who has beautiful eyes, right? And this individual is looking at you while you're looking at the painting, right? The painting of this individual, okay? Now, this is not considered an abstract painting when you can tell what you are looking at, right? The nose can be seen, the eyes can be seen, right? Even the mouth can be seen. But when you look at another painting, and this painting does not have anything that you can recognize clearly. Maybe there are beautiful shapes, but next to those shapes and inside different aspects of the painting, you can't recognize anything else but the shapes. This would be considered an abstract painting, an abstract piece of art. where the other one that has eyes or a nose or a mouth will be considered realism, right? You can recognize what you're looking at. Again, we're talking about abstract art. Art that really uses shapes and objects to show you something, but they're not representing a specific object or scene. Make sense? Excellent. All right, let's check out these example sentences. Here we go. The painting, or this painting, is an abstract expression of the artist's emotions. Next, abstract art often challenges viewers to interpret the meaning based on their own perception. And finally, modern art movements like Cubism and abstract expressionism embraced abstract styles. You got it? Excellent. All right, so again, number 2 after me, abstract. Very good. And what was number 1? Excellent. Number 1, sculpture. Very good. All right, now let's move on to number 3. Number 3, I want you to repeat after me. Palette. Good. Again, palette. Excellent. All right, palette. This literally just refers to a flat surface on which artists mix paints. Again, a flat surface on which artists mix paints. I remember when I was growing up and I used to paint a lot when I was at home, right? I'd come home after school and I'd look forward to just being able to draw and paint in my room. Now, when you are painting, you need a surface area, a flat surface area to actually hold your paint. You need something that you can put the different colors that you are going to be working with. Maybe you're going to be using a splotch of pink or a splotch of blue or maybe even a splotch of yellow along with your paintbrush. Well, this surface is what we call a palette. This is what holds the actual paints that you will be using. In English, we say palette. Maybe you have a palette at your home. Maybe you're an artist and you enjoy painting. When you put that paint on that flat surface is called your palette. Make sense? Excellent. All right, let's check out these example sentences. Here we go. The painter carefully selected colors from her vibrant palette. Next, a limited palette can create a sense of simplicity and focus in an artwork. And next, a wider palette allows for a richer and more varied composition. You got it? Excellent. All right, so again, number 3 after me, palette. Good. What was number 2? Excellent. We have abstract. And number 1. Whoo, great memory. Number 1, sculpture. Great job. All right, now let's move on to number 4. Again, keeping in mind that we're talking about words related to art and artistic expression. And if you want to continue studying with me on a daily basis from Sunday to Friday, all you have to do is sign up for my free email newsletter. Go to www.dailyenglishvocabulary.com and I'll send you an email each and every day from Sunday to Friday with 5 new vocabulary words related to a specific topic. Just like we're doing today as we move on to number 4. Number 4 after me, perspective. Good job. Again, perspective. Excellent. All right. Now, perspective. What does this term perspective actually mean? The term perspective literally just means the way objects appear to diminish in size as they recede into the distance, creating the illusion of depth in a two-dimensional artwork. It's interesting. I remember when I first learned this technique. I was very young, maybe about 11 or 12, and I purchased an art book. Let me correct that. My parents bought an art book for me on perspective. And I was learning how when you look at a painting or a picture, right? A drawing, even though it's 2D, you can tell, hey, that car is further in the background than this car, right? Because of the size. Again, this is a part of perspective, where when something is further away, it is smaller. And when something is closer, it is larger. In English, we say perspective. So if I were to, for those watching, draw something, right? I'm going to draw a street, right? And if I were to draw the buildings that are closest to us, right? Drawing the buildings closest to us, they're going to be a lot larger, right? But as we move further and further away, the buildings get smaller and smaller. This is an example of perspective, right? Perspective, okay? All right, so I want us now to check out the example sentences using this word. Again, we're talking about perspective, all right? Talking about perspective. So here we go. The first example sentence. The use of perspective in this painting creates a sense of realism and depth. Next, mastering perspective is a fundamental skill for any artist working with two-dimensional mediums. And finally, different artistic styles may employ various perspective techniques. You got it? Excellent. Again, we're talking about perspective. Good. All right. What was the third word that we learned? Woo, good memory. Again, palette. Excellent. What was the second word? Yes, very good. Abstract. And what was the first word? Yes, sculpture. Excellent. All right, let's move now to our fifth word related to art and artistic expression. I want you to repeat after me. Gallery. Excellent. Again, gallery. Great job. All right, now let's look at the definition, the meaning of this term gallery. A building or space for the exhibition of art. A building or space for the exhibition of art. I remember before I graduated from the university I went to in South Korea with my master's degree, I had to do an exhibition at a gallery on campus, right? I had to put up my pieces, my art pieces all around the gallery. Again, a gallery is a building or space for the exhibition of art. Make sense? Excellent. All right, let's check out these example sentences. Here we go. The city has several renowned galleries showcasing works by local and international artists. Next, visiting art galleries is a great way to experience different artistic expressions. And finally, many online galleries also allow you to view artwork virtually. You got it? Excellent. All right, so number 5 after me, gallery. Good job. Number 4? Yes, very good. Number 4, perspective. Number 3, palette. Number 2, woo, good job. After me, abstract. And number 1 after me, sculpture. Excellent. Very good job. Now what we're going to do is move into the final section. I'm going to read a paragraph that includes each of the 5 vocabulary words you learned today. Now, as you listen to this paragraph, I want you to pay attention to the words that we learned today, because now you know the meaning of each of the words. Here we go. Following along. The art gallery buzzed with color. Crazy abstract paintings with wild colors made you wonder what the artist was thinking. They must have had a large palette with all those colors. Anyway, a giant metal sculpture of a dude in a cool pose grabbed everyone's attention. Then there was this landscape painting, so realistic it felt like you could step right into the mountains. It was nice to hear everyone's different perspectives on it. Art is amazing. It lets people show us the world in their own unique way, using everything from splashy colors to giant metal statues. It's pretty inspiring. In this one paragraph, we saw and you heard each of the words you learned today. Gallery, abstract, palette, sculpture, and perspectives. Each of the words you learned today could be found in that paragraph. Now you have the skills you need to speak English fluently and with confidence about this topic. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Don't forget, if you want to get emails from me every single day with vocabulary to help you improve your English fluency, all you have to do is go to dailyenglishvocabulary.com. I can't wait to talk to you next time. Until then, remember to speak English.